What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning undisputed welterweight world champion, who is widely acknowledged and recognized as the number one best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terence Bud Crawford, who has 40 wins, no loss and no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age. He will be 36 years of age next week. 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. He just received the worst news he can possibly receive at this point in time. After coming off of the biggest, lucrative, marquee, important victory of his career. July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, when he took on and defeated now former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Earl the Truth Spence Jr. Earl Spence Jr. is 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, they fought July 29th. It was supposed to be a 50-50 fight, and it was a one-sided dominant performance on the part of Terence Crawford, dropping Errol Spence in the second round, twice in the 7th round, and stopping him in the 9th round. And with that said, Terence Crawford, he got a lot of momentum, a lot of acknowledgement, a lot of recognition, and a lot of praise for his skill set. And again, like I said, he's widely recognized now as the number one best fighter in the world. So with that said, he started to set his sights on fighters and fights other than the rematch that he's contractually obligated to fulfill against Errol Spence, who had 30 working business days to petition to have the immediate rematch. And Terence Crawford set his sights on one guy in particular after a while, after having his sights set on another specific fighter. But he started to set his sights and get his hopes up to face off against 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer, who is widely considered and acknowledged as the number one best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, as the face of the sport of boxing. Not the actual fighter. The number one best fighter in the world, pound-for-pound, is Terence Crawford. But number one pound-for-pound fighter as the face of the sport of boxing, some may consider Tank Davis, but Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is 59 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's widely considered the face of the sport of boxing. Now, some may argue that it's Gervonta Tank Davis, but it's no doubt that Canelo Alvarez is proven. But before setting his sights on Canelo Alvarez, who campaigns and is the undisputed super middleweight world champion, Terence Crawford first had his sights set on junior middleweight 3-time world champion, undisputed world champion, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Jermell Ironman Charlo, who is 35 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11.5" with a 73.5-inch arm reach. He set his sights on Jermell Charlo to become undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. Terence Crawford became the first male. It's important to note Clarissa Shields became the first boxer as the female, but he became the first male to become undisputed, hold all 4 major sanction belts in 2 separate weight classes. So then Terence Crawford set his sights on 3 separate weight classes, becoming undisputed, and he said those are some big fields to be filled if I can accomplish that. And he set his sights on Jermell Charlo, which was a storyline because Jermell Charlo is a close friend, stablemate, and training partner of Terence Crawford. Of Errol Spence. So beating Errol Spence and then beating Jermell Charlo with the storyline, it made sense for Terence Crawford. And Jermell Charlo is also trained by 2-time well-renowned trainer of the year, future Hall of Famer Derrick James, who trains Errol Spence as well. So there's a built-in storyline. But unfortunately for Terence Crawford, an offer was made to Jermell Charlo by Canelo Alvarez, the other guy he set his sights on. to fight, and they're going to fight September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. And so he set his sights on that fight and both these fights. But unfortunately, they're going to fight each other. And if Jermell Charlo happens to win, Jermell Charlo is going to have to rematch Canelo Alvarez. But now, Terence Crawford, who initially stated he would cap out at 154 as far as weight classes go, then he started to realize and started to come to the understanding that he can actually beat Canelo Alvarez at 168. So he said that he wanted to start bulking up, jump up 3 weight classes, and challenge Canelo Alvarez. But he has his sights ultimately on becoming undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. And now that has been put on hold. Now he has the contractual obligation to rematch Errol Spence, who petitioned to have the rematch, which looked like could take place in December. Now, Errol Spence wanted this fight to take place at 154, and Terence Crawford is stating that, well, in the contract, it doesn't, he has to actually petition to have the fight at 154, and then he would acknowledge it. And then Terence Crawford recently stated that he's starting to bulk up, he's 180 pounds. It says that move to 168 is not so hard. But that has just been derailed. As the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Sulaiman, board of 32 members, have decided to order Canelo Alvarez to face off against undefeated 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, who is 27 wins, no loss, no draw, 23 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach, in his next fight after and should he beat Jermell Charlo September 30th, next Saturday. Which means that if Canelo Alvarez doesn't acknowledge the WBC's mandation, then he'll be stripped. So if Terence Crawford did fight Canelo Alvarez, it won't be for undisputed. He will lose that opportunity. And David Benavidez is going to lobby for his opportunity. Now, he has a big fight that's coming up November 24th against undefeated 2-division world champion superstar boxer Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. So it's no guarantee that Benavidez wins that fight. So if you're Terence Crawford, you're hoping that Benavidez loses that fight. Then you don't have to worry about it. But then Demetrius Andrade inherits that mandatory challenge position by the WBC, and he's definitely going to petition to get his opportunity, as he's been chasing Canelo Alvarez for 3 separate weight classes, 154, 160, and 168. So you can guarantee that Andrade is going to push for his opportunity. So Canelo Alvarez, who's now with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, Showtime President of Sports Steven Espinosa, well, now Canelo Alvarez is going to have to honor that if he wants to stay the undisputed champion. And Terence Crawford's opportunity to fight for undisputed in 3 separate weight classes has just got dimmer, as the WBO has stripped Jermell Charlo of his WBO title at 154. So after he's announced on Saturday, he will not be seen as, again, the undisputed champion either. So Terence Crawford started to bulk up, but he's going to have to wait. And he stated, well, at least his team stated that they want the fight to be at 147. And they really hope that Errol Spence don't even take the fight, the rematch with Terence Crawford, because they don't see it being necessary as the way Terence Crawford dominated Errol Spence. Well, now Terence Crawford is in a pickle. Because if Jermell Charlo wins, he's going to have to rematch Canelo Alvarez. And if Canelo Alvarez wins, he's now going to have to fight David Benavidez. And if David Benavidez loses to Demetrius Andrade is going to make a case for himself to fight Canelo Alvarez. So Terence Crawford essentially could be bulking up right now for no reason to go to 168. Because it looks like that opportunity is getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. So he just got the worst news possible, that the WBC is ordering and mandating David Benavidez to get his opportunity. And again, his best hope is that Andrade beats Benavidez, and the WBC will, oh, you're a newbie, and now Canelo Alvarez can say, listen, Let me have one more voluntary fight, then I'll honor the Andre fight. And Andre being new to the mandatory position, maybe they'll oblige that and allow Canelo to fight Terence Crawford. But it looked like Terence Crawford is not going to get his opportunity at that fight no time soon. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.